Hello everyone, welcome back to Hare over here. I'm Hare. Today, uh, instead of doing any of the packs in the last video, today I was gonna do the 6 packs of the pre-release that I won. From the pre-release, you can check out the my thoughts on the Tarkir Dragonstorm pre-release and the kit in my last video, which should be linked up there or down in the description down below. So yeah, uh, we have 6 packs. I'm gonna treat this somewhat as a pre-release, like as my other pre-release uh, packs videos. So it's like let's go, just going through everything, seeing how everything is going. I really should have gotten my glasses, so yeah. And I love that they did the revisited the duels. It really uh, the amount of mana fixing here and the potential for 3 colors is absolutely great, and that is an absolute wonderful uh, land. Though it looks like it's a Loxodon, so yeah. Ooh, uh, the Green Omen Dragon. Flying haste with fire breathing and discard card, draw 2 cards. That is pretty good in my opinion. As a hollow. Get out of here. Okay, Lenacious Legacy. If I die today, the Dungeon Lifelink. Sarkhan's Resolve. Oh, it's the +1/+1s were. I think that's supposed to be Timo. Put 2 key counters on something. I thought that was gonna be a right. It was indoor. That was a Abzan thing. It just happens to also play nice with counters. Uh, Dragonback Lancer. That is 4 mana for flying and mobilize 1. That is what I expect out of a uncommon. A 3/3 for 4 with flying and mobilize 1. That is pretty cool. Uh, Jeskai Devotee. I am unsure about this cycle of the devotees. um, Whenever you cast, you sing its spell each turn. This creature gets +1/+1 until. Uh, why am I unsure? I am unsure about the fixing. And most of the abilities seem underwhelming to say the least. So, ooh, this is actually Dragon's Prey. Uh, 3 mana to destroy its mortal. But instead of a black and a generic, it's 2 generic and a black. For an instant, destroy target creature. It's a slightly better uh, mortal. But it replaces, gives the line cost 2 generic less if it targets dragon. I actually like that. Uh, and it's common, so it's a strictly better model, almost. Uh, Border-bound dragon. Ooh. Flying vigilance for 5 mana. You get a 3/3 flying vigilance, and whenever it attacks, you get to surveil 1. That is a pretty cool top of the uh, Carved Dragon. Uh, Teeming Dragonstorm. I am a somewhat of fan of the Dragonstorms. I was going to play this in my pre-release because I got two of them. I ended up cutting them during it because originally I didn't want to spend 4 mana on it, but I did see a few other people playing these Dragonstorms, so I think there's a place for them in the format. Uh, oh, plus ones might be a salt, I think. Yeah, I wasn't very sure where that symbol was. But the Guru Goalkeeper fly a black and a for sortie for a flying 3/3. Whenever this card leaves whenever one or more cards uh, leaves your graveyard during your turn, create a treasure. That is pretty cool. And renew two and a sortie. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put two plus one counters on a and a flying counter on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Sunsets. Tap for red. Oh yeah, I think I heard about this guy, and it's cool that red is getting an unconditional ramp, but it does seem out of place. The rare of the pack is uh, Roar of the Endless Sun. Uh, Create a 5/5 green elephant creature token twice, and double the power and toughness of each creature you control. That is a pretty cool uh, rare. And I also got a showcase. Mardu for Thunder of Unity. Draw two cards, you lose two life, and whenever a creature you control enters the yard, drain your opponent. That is a pretty cool effect, to be fully honest. So that's been 7 minutes for one pack. Probably got speed through most of these, the rest of these. So uh, ooh, now this is for Nate. Hold on. Okay, so here's the thing. The Behold the Dragon mechanic from the set. Um, the few times that I saw Behold the Dragon, I was underwhelmed by the overall effect. This has been the first time that I saw a Behold mechanic that I think actually works in the form of Martin Exile. Exhale. Oh, there we go. We have a 2 mana sorcery that deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. It has flash if you behold a dragon. That is an actual cool mechanic, mostly on the basis of like, oh, potentially instant speed 4 damage for 2. That is actually pretty cool in my opinion, but that is a more of a thing. 1 mana exile in black. Okay, folks. But yeah, Behold is. I know they did that before, a similar thing of a few cards of. It wasn't exactly Behold, but it's like, oh yeah, you may reveal a dragon, but you don't have to. But yeah, it's one of those things that. Oh yeah. Another cantrip with Harmonize for 5 in a blue. Uh, I am unsure about how I feel about Harmonize. And like sometimes like, oh yeah, then it's like this is a ridiculous effect. But I think it's just a me thing of like I'm unsure about how I actually feel about it yet. So, some would definitely pick this. No, okay, yeah. Dragon Snipers is an uncommon, so yeah. And I got four uncommons in here. And just okay, really, okay. Jessica's mom. Sorry. Uh, Jeskai Monument seems underwhelming. I haven't read through all the monuments, but I'm unsure of how I exactly feel about it. So them as an entire cycle. Uh, Holomok Siege. It is the Gogoi uh, uh, Siege Saltai. Whenever a counter is put onto a creature you control, draw a card. This triggers only once each turn. When Abzan, whenever you attack, put a +1 count on target creature. On target attacking creature, it gains menace until 10. That is a pretty cool siege. If you're doing a lot with +1/+1 counters, start you can start getting away with the effects immediately. So yeah, uh, Hollow is Twin Maw Stormblood. One of the red deals 5 damage to target creature without flying. And when it enters as a creature, gain 5 life, and you get a 5 for flying. That is cool. And another pretty cool fixing. Uh, but yeah, uh, overall, I'm enjoying things so far. Yeah, sorry that I'm not going to. I know it's not exactly the Yeti from before, but I love that they just like similar posing, and it's that Yeti from before, from 10 years ago. So far, I'm getting like if I was basing solely off of what I've been getting so far, I might be in black. Honestly, black red for the removal options that I'm getting. So yeah. Uh, as an uncommon, the dra Black Dragonstorm. When this creature enters, opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 lives. Surveil 2, I am impressed by that. Uh, Elspeth's Unslayer. Uh, if one more time. Okay, double our tokens. +1 creator. Soldier 0. Put a +1/+1 creature. Uh, counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until end of turn. Destroy -3. Destroy target creature with an opponent controls with mana value 3 or greater. I appreciate that. Sagu. Well, wielding, yep. Don't haven't gotten exactly a lot of blue, but I have gotten a number of the dismissive backwaters. So it's one of those like if I wanted to go black, red, Tranquil Grove and two dismissal backwaters is not exactly like, oh yeah, you have the fixing for something that you don't exactly have the card pool for at the moment. So, oh, what the pack is actively suggesting. Ooh, zombie and the treasure, pretty cool. Let's see, another devotee. I love that there, is a number of like fixers in the deck, so it's like, is that ooh, uh when this card, draw a card, discard a card. I love that they included the cycle that you could throw this into any deck, but for 6 mana, but it's like you also get to like just like, yeah, I mean, no. It's like you can play it in a Teemo deck, or you can play it in any deck that might have those combinations, or in none of those decks. Another example. Monastery Messenger, whenever this creature enters, put a one card, one non-target, one target non-creature, non-land from your graveyard on top of your deck. And it's a flying 2/3 for 3. That is not a bad card, in my mind. A repeatable indoor effect, yeah, you had to pay life, but I appreciate that. Co- oh, Otis the Fang Bearer. Come on, focus. Deals combat damage, exile, where X is the number. Whenever you can, you may cast with mana value X or less from among them without paying. Okay, 4 mana for 2/1 legendary. Nah, but it's in Sultai, so it's one of those like, oh yeah, I have finally on color fixing. And it seems that one pack. 4 mana for 2/1 legendary with indestructible seems underwhelming. Yeah, it's that effect. It's like, oh yeah, this makes it significantly better. But it's like, and you get like, it's the colors of ramp and uh, with indestructible and like there's like insult high. It's like you get at like enchantments and other thing. In blue, you get like enchantments and that say give this flying, give this like give it evasion and whatnot. Um, you gotta enjoy the copy token now. Um, green, it has buff effects and ways of giving you trample, and black is like destruction base effects. But if I'm spending 4 mana on an indestructible 2/1, its effect better be great. And that is a somewhat good effect in that I get to steal my opponent's stuff. But uh, I, yeah, it's indestructible. Give me maybe another keyword, or give me a 3/1 or a 4/1 or something like that. Kind of call me like call me wanting for more, a little bit more on that. Uh, played this in the pre-release. I'm 50/50 on it. It like definitely if you can get into the counters theme in a sealed event, it is definitely worth it. But I am 50/50 on it. Ooh, got another one of these, and yeah, I might be leaning towards like black, red, though I might be like, oh yeah, red, and yeah, I might avoid the white, but it's like, oh yeah, pay 4 mana for a 2/3 that allows me to get back a non a non a non-creature, non-land, an instant sorcery back to my uh non-creature, so that's also artifacts, enchantments, and whatnot. Back to my hand. So I'm in part for that. Played this during the pre-release. Um, the action mana was nice. The threatening of the extra counters was actually nice. Runescare, Stormbreed, yeah. Maybe dipping into blue as a third color would actually be good. Uh, let's prioritize my rare. Uh, as it enters, mill cards equal to the number of lands you control. Pretty cool. Renew for 2 and a green. Exile this card. Put X +1/+1 counters on target creature, where X is the number of lands you control. That is pretty cool. Ooh, 6 mana, draw 3, uh, and creatures your opponents control get -3/-0 until end of turn. If you want to attempt to Alpha Strike, that is a pretty cool like effect, if I have to say. And here we go, last pack. And at the moment, going into a pre-release, I like just mostly looking at the commons right now. I have a decent amount of green, but I'm unsure about that. But going black, red, red, and blue might be my choice at the moment. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, the devotees being underwhelming. Uh, one in the black, filter into Abzan, and for two in the black, return it from the graveyard to hand. It's like, oh, I'm gonna play, but then it's like, then A, I don't have a lot of sacrifice things, and B, spending like 5 mana essentially to go from graveyard back to field. No, thank you. And this is what I mean. I was underwhelmed by the. This was really the only other behold that I saw at the pre-release. Uh, it's like, dear, bite something. If you behold, you get to surveil too. It's like, don't get me wrong, surveil can be a good mechanic, but I am. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought this guy was going to be a was the rare, but no. Skirmish or Rhino, it's Siege Rhino, but in small. Yeah. Ooh, we're gonna end off strong with 2 rares. Uh, Surveillance Priest. Absent, 3 mana with touch. When this card enters, target opponent reveals their hand. Choose a choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. When this card leaves the battlefield, the exile card's owner creates a XX white spirit. Oh, okay, so I get to rip something out of my opponent's hand, and when this leaves, um, they get an XX where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Um, for when that is a downside. Uh, yeah, I am unsure about that. Nick, in standard, it might see plays to mostly as a hand ripper, but that's still downside. And Coda's the Famekeeper. I actually saw this being played against me. Whenever. Oh wait, didn't I just? Oh yeah, two Cotises. Yeah, and I just revealed why I'm not the biggest fan of it. Pound toughness is a little bit low for an indestructible four mana value. Ooh, or one mana 2/2 with haste, and at the beginning of each of your end step, return this card. And for 2 and a red, this creature gets +2/+0. An uncommon fan. And yeah, all things considered, I'm actually liking this. I might be going into uh, black, green, red. Uh, yeah, black, green, red. But I think I may want to go Jeskai. Not Jeskai. The uh black, blue, red as a color combo for this deck. Um, yeah, I might want to do that as my overall color combo. Um, I have the fixing for that. Uh, I got 3 dismissal backwater, so it fixes the. Ooh, I had the Bloodfell Caves, so there's that. Freak, I might add, because I got Windskull Crag, which is red, red, white. Bloodfell Caves, that is black, red. 3 dismissal backwaters, blue, black, and a Tranquil Grove, a white, blue. I might try to splash black. Headset decided to turn off on me. But yeah, I might be going Nick 3 color with a surprise fourth color surprise. But yeah, overall I like the packs overall. I'm a little bit more like gung ho on this on Tarkir. I'm happy that we have returned, but I'm a little bit more forward on Tarkir as a whole. Uh, Probably on a standard release. So yeah, I'll see you around, folks. Go and check out my pre-release box. Last video, link down in the description. I probably at the beginning had it pop up there. So see you around, folks.